Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for joining us again in one of these videos that we are taking to get to meet Qatar. This journey that we are taking through the pages of its literature. So, in today's book, we are going to talk about a little bit of everything. Today's book is very diverse and it takes from children to music and special activities that give Qatar the essence of its culture. The book is called Gulf Folk Arts and it's written by Khalid Sirah. So as you can see here in the cover, we are going to talk about a bit of children's games, doves, music, falcon hunting, etc. So, Qatar, before the oil findings, was a country that its main economic activity was depending on pearls. So the pearl trading and pearl finding here in Qatar was one of the most important activities that give Qatari families the opportunity to do trading and the opportunity to do business with other countries. So we could say that one of the most important activities in Qatar, in its history and its culture and tradition, is al-ghos, which means diving. The al-ghos culture comes with also the celebration with music and painting. So we could say that the diving activity is one of the main inspirations for Qatari art in general. So, we will speak about al-ghos first, a little bit of diving. We will understand a bit of what are the names of the people that were there, how were the ships, and then we'll continue with the rest of the activities we can find in the book. First, we will have to understand that this period where the diving was made is not the whole year. So it generally starts from May and it ends up in September or October. In Arabic, you call the beginning of this period al-dasha, and the end of this period is called al-qifal. Al-qifal means like we are closing the period, we are closing the session. So what were they doing? A group of people were gathering and going to the sea to look for oysters. These oysters are called in Arabic mahar. So they were going to the coral reefs, which we can call hair, or if you have a place where they have a lot of coral reefs, in Arabic it's called hariyat. And they were looking for these oysters to get the pearl. One of the important things that we have to understand is that not every oyster has a pearl, and not every pearl is a very beautiful pearl. So it was a very difficult job, and it was a job that required a lot of training and a lot of organization, and that's why it is also part of the culture of work and the culture of organization of the civilizations in Qatar. So there were a lot of people that were in this, that were participating in these travels. So first of all, we would say that the person that managed everyone, it's called al-sirdal. The al-sirdal, we would say it was in that moment represented maybe as the boss or a prince or as an important person that was managing, we can say, the whole corporation. Then inside the boat we can find the leader. The leader is called al-nujda. Al-nujda was the person that manages everything. He had the work or the job to manage, to administrative, and to be director of all the travel. Then you will have the assistant of the al-nujda, which is the al-jadi. Then you have maybe the head of sea, which is the person that will guide them, called al-mujaddam. And the most important person that has the most important role here in the whole Algos is the al-gais. Al-gais is the diver, is the person that goes inside the sea. So, when the diver went inside, he has on his feet weight. This weight was made out of a rock. So they hold it in their feet and they go inside the sea. They are also holding a rope in their bodies. So when they are inside, they start looking for all these oysters. These al-gais, these divers, were trained to be inside the sea maybe for even 1 or 2 minutes. Imagine having no equipment and going there trying to look for the oysters. So, the moment when the diver felt like he couldn't breathe anymore, he was just pulling this rope, and the person that was taking out the diver, it's called al-zib. Al-zib also has a very important job, because if they get distracted, they are putting in danger the life of the people that were diving. So al-zib, there are also people that were all the time taking care of the divers. We also had people there that, for example, they were serving the others and helping them, because everybody had to be very careful with their jobs. The servers were called al-radif, and they also brought children or youngsters with them so they would learn. This culture was having people from every age, and all of them, they had specific organizations to do specifically the algos, the diving experience, let's say it like that. So, speaking about algos, now we will change to the topic of the ship. So, we call the ship itself al-mahmal. When it's in the sea, we call it al-mahmal. In English, and here you will find in Qatar, we call them doves. They are also a very specific traditional characteristic, and they are very specific element of Qatari culture. In this dove, in this al-mahmal, you could find between 50 or 80 people. So it's a very big boat, and as I said, every person in the boat had a special job to do. You can also call these boats, and in Arabic they are also called by their model, let's say. So one of them, it was called al-Sombuk, al-Yalbut, al-Betil, or al-Shu'ay. One of the most important characteristics of algos is that it's an activity that it's made with teamwork. So it's not only the people that are inside the boat, but they are also the people that stay and the people that are helping them from land. Because even just to push the boat, imagine there were people that were pushing the boat to the sea. Some of them were going to leave, and some of them were going to stay. The people that are staying, the people that are helping from the land, they are helping them to prepare. So they are making sure that they have all the elements they need, they have all the objects they need, from the weights to the ropes, from food, and also from the equipment. As I said, there's also a big team inland helping them. So we can also find, for example, the al-glafa, which is the person that constructs and has the responsibility to do all the engineering in the boat. And there are also people that are doing reparation of the boat. The purpose of all of this, what is the end? To get beautiful pearls. pearls that were going to help these people to do trading, pearls that were going to create wealth for these people and for the families in Qatar to have wealth and health. How do we call this beautiful pearl? Al-Dana or Al-Guyun. So that was the main goal in the GOS, in the diving activity. Since, as I said, it was something that took a lot of people to do, also this activity inspired people in Qatar to do art regarding Al-Gos. So you could also find people accompanying them with music. Also, painting was always related to the sea and related to this activity that was helping them to push their economy. So the music and the musical instruments that you can find here, they were all brought also in Al-Gos, and they are related to that. Stopping with Al-Gos, with the diving activity, you can also find in this book, for example, the falcon hunting, which in Arabic is called Al-Gnas, which is also a very specific activity that represents Qatar. The tubuls, the children playing, and you can also find chapters here of clothing and makeup for the Qatari tradition. But also that we can find in previous videos of this journey that we're taking together. Thank you so much, and see you very soon.